So the bad. All right, it's a lot of bad. so, um, okay, so I want to, I want to say it's a mix of things that makes him who he is. Number one, he's a true full-on mama's boy. I've never dated a mama's boy, so this was a whole new experience for me dating someone who's a mama's boy. I know I'm raising two boys that's mama's boy, but I don't want my boys to be like him, that they're not self-sufficient, that they're not that they they're him and his mama is codependent on each other. Like they're so codependent. I don't want my boys like that. Like I want them to depend on me, yes, but I'm grooming them to be an adult. That they know stuff, that they can take care of them own selves, that they're not dependent on women. She set him up that he know how to feed himself, that he knows how to feed himself and clean up behind himself. That's what she taught him, how to cook him food and make sure his clothes is clean. Anything outside of that, she didn't teach him. Like, so she has to do everything. Like, he has gotten his attitude from her. Like the same thing he complains about his mama, he does the exact same thing. So I'm always like, check his attitude. His attitude is one thing. So that is, I don't know if that's because of he's a mama's boy. He got that from his mama because his mama the same way. That's his Taurus personality, that he got a bad attitude, or just a mix of both of them. Because I know Taurus men have bad, or Taurus people in general have a really bad tempers. So it's a mix of both of them, okay? So throwing in his temper is number one. His relationship with his mama is number two. Like he refused to grow up. Like he looked for validation from his mama for everything. You get into it with him today, he's calling his mama today. And he wonder why his mom don't like you. Like, I'm not calling my mom and dad every time he does something. I'm not in a relationship with them. He's not in a relationship with them. He's in a relationship with me. So why am I calling my parents about what he did? I'm like, I'm bringing my mother into my relationship every time something's not right. And then you wonder why your mom feels a certain way. Why are you steady telling your mom my business? That's the one thing I hate the most. He's run and tell his mom everything. We can be in the middle of an argument. He got his mom on the phone. You hear this? Listen. What the fuck is she gonna do? Like, why is she on the phone? That is the most immature shit I've ever seen. That he always run and tell his mama, but then in the same breath, like, I want you guys to meet. I don't want to meet your mama. You've already put in your head what you want your mama to know about me. She's already made a decision of what it is. She's not going to like me now because of what? You put her in your situation. You've brought her into a relationship that she didn't even know anything about. But now what she do know is, oh, y'all is whatever. Y'all fight or whatever. The negative part of it. That's why I stress at the beginning of my relationship with him, I don't bring people into my relationship unless I want them in it. Because if I don't have no intentions of leaving you, I'm not going to bring all of my friends in it. I'm not going to bring everybody in my family in it for them to draw an opinion about you, and then they don't like you. If I want them in my business, then I will bring them in it. Until then, they won't even know you exist. And I have stated that way. I brought my brother in it for one reason only, and I'll get there in a moment. So that's one thing I hate about it, is his temper, his weird relationship with his mom. They kind of go one hand. Number two, his mouth. Oh my God. He always say that it's a Vegas thing. It's not it's a Detroit thing. It's not a Detroit thing. That his mouth is so awful. Like his mouth is so awful. This will be on July 3rd. Me and my friends was going to a pool party for one of her birthdays. This will be his first time actually hanging around them because I have been nervous about him hanging around. He knows about each and every one of my friends. He knows about their business. And that's something that I fought myself on because I thought being your partner, you could tell them stuff, not him. The more he knows about you is ammunition for him to like attack you with it, throw it in your face. And that is the one thing that I'm like, he knows too. And I told my friend Tamika, because we was going through something, and I told her, and she was talking to him, and I literally said, do not tell him your business, because the more he will know about your business, the more that is how he gonna identify you. Oh, the bitch with the BBL, or the bitch with the blah blah blah, or the bitch with the 7 kids, or the bitch that don't got no money, or the broke bitch. Like, he's disrespectful. Like, his mouth, and he doesn't. No matter how many times you tell him you're being rude and disrespectful, he will say, that's my Detroit. That's how I am. I'm from Detroit. We blunt from Detroit. It's one thing to be blunt, and it's another thing to be rude. He's rude, and he doesn't get it that he's rude. So I've had to check him so many times about his mouth. It was unbelievable. Like, I had to check him so many times, like so many times. Now he's slowly getting it because he feels a way. Like, he really feels a way when no one wants him around. Like, when I told him what Brady was doing for her birthday, he was like, so I'm not going. I'm like, at first I was like, hell no, you ain't going. I'm like, so what, you can ruin the birthday and this ain't even about you? So he feels a way if he's not invited to stuff. He feels a way if nobody want him around. His feelings get hurt. Like, how are you this sensitive? How do you even care? Why do you even care about if somebody don't like you or don't want you around, but the stuff that you say? And that you don't care if you're hurting somebody else's feelings or being rude to somebody else, but let somebody else be like, I don't want that nigga around. I don't want him around, blah, blah, blah. Oh, now you and your feelings. Now, oh my goodness, somebody don't like me. Oh my goodness, they don't want me around. I'm not too good enough for your friends, blah, blah, blah. But you say the worst hurtful shit about all these other people. But let them be like, I don't like him. I don't want him around. Or blah, blah, blah. Oh, now he's in his feelings. It's amazing. Like, so his mouth is a lethal weapon. So if you do not want your feelings hurt, don't talk to Eddie. Don't talk to Eddie. Don't talk to Eddie. I've had my run-ins with Eddie so many times about the shit that he say. And I'm like, you don't even have a gauge. It's like whatever comes here, whatever thought comes here, comes right out here. So if there's somebody in his face is ugly, he's gonna tell you. If your ass is lopsided, he's gonna tell you. If you stink, he's gonna tell you. If your teeth is crooked, he's gonna tell you. Like, he doesn't have a gauge on anything. Whatever comes here will come out here. So no, that's another bad thing about him. Number 3, he can be violent. So I would say I've heard that Taurus men can be violent to the people that they care the most about. And he hasn't been physical, but he has been aggressive. And I had to check him. Oh, I had to check him. My Capricorn, you ain't finna do that shit to me. Don't pull that shit with me. Like, at the beginning of the relationship, I wasn't trying to go there. I was trying to be as nice as possible, calm him down with my sweetness, my femininity, blah, blah, blah. But I had to learn with him, as much as your sweetness, you can be as sweet as you want to. He doesn't respond to sweet. He responds to aggression. Like, I don't know if that's a Taurus thing. Taurus people, if you're out there listening, put it down in the comment section. For whatever reason, they respond, or I'm just say him. He responds to you yelling back at him or screaming at him. Like you can't, he can't be with somebody who's meek or mild, timid, or he doesn't respond to that. He will run over you and control you if you are meek and you don't have a mind of your own, or he sees that he can take advantage. He will. He responds to someone getting back in his face, yelling at him, and that is the only thing that brings him down. If you don't react like, ah, that is the only thing that like gets his attention. And I had to let him know that is not healthy, because you do not have a healthy form of communicating. Your only communication skill is fighting and arguing. I don't know if that comes from your mother, your parents, how you were raised, all that. I said, but you're in your 30s. You're in your 30s now. You should be tired of arguing and fighting all the time. You should be tired of that. You, at this point, you should have some kind of gauge of your own attitude and personality, like I do. I know when I am finna get boiling hot. I know that I can be calm as possible for a long time. And then something will trigger me, and then I know I'm getting mad. Then I will say, you're pissing me off. You're about to piss me off. I'm gonna end this conversation, or I'm done with this conversation because you're about to piss me off. Once, and you keep going, eventually I'm going to get to a 10. And once I get to boiling hot, then I'm ready to whoop your ass. So it takes me a minute to get there. But once I get there, it's going to take it. You done got me there now. So whatever it is that you want, you finna get it. Like you want that pressure, you finna get it now. I'm like, but him, if he don't get his way, that comes from his mom being spoiled. He's spoiled fucking rotten and entitled. If he don't get his way, he will pout like a bitch. If you don't do what he wants, he will pout like a bitch. He will ruin your day. He will ruin your day if he don't get what he wants. Can you take me to the gas station? No, I'm not gonna take you to the gas station. This man will stop your car in the middle of the street. Like he will ruin your shit if he do not get his way. Like there's so many things that this man have done that I'm like, it is unbelievable. Like there's many times that I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm walking away from you. Like you're unhealthy. You're testing me. You're gonna send me to jail because I'm like my attitude has been so calm for a long time. I don't have the patience to deal with bullshit. Like I don't have the patience to deal with you. Like you need somebody who is probably in their 20s who have the patience to deal with you and all your shit. And I just don't. I'm gonna be 40 in a couple of years. I don't want that. That is not what I want. I went from a marriage that I do that. You think I'm finna date you and do that still? I don't got time. At some point, you have to grow the hell up. And he's still in his growing up phase because his mama won't let him grow up. Like if I was his mama, she wouldn't be coming back. You know, if he get let me go back to my mom's house. That is one thing to go check on your mom. Like, but you at your mom's house when you get off work, you know, I need to go see my mom. Didn't you just see her yesterday? I need to go get her mail. Can't she go get her mail herself? Like, can she walk down from her apartment and go get her mail herself? Yeah, I need to go pay my mom bills. Can't she walk down to the front office and pay her own rent? I'm like, look, he can't seem to just, grow up. And I get it that he wants to help his mom. He feels that he want to help his mom. Look, I have no whatever. Do what you got to do with your mom. But their relationship is so codependent. It's ridiculous. Like it's really codependent. So I mean, I don't know. I need to start getting dressed. Let me run my water. While I'm talking, I'm gonna run my bath water. I gotta start getting dressed for work. But I blame her for a lot of his mishaps. I blame her for a lot of his not growing up, that he can't seem to grow up. I blame her because she still is catering to him to the point where he won't grow up. So Oh shit. So yeah. So that his attitude, his codependence to his mom, his anger issues, his um he can do a lot. Oh, and his drinking. He definitely has a drinking problem. He definitely has a drinking problem. I has got him to start going to AA because his drinking was just becoming a little bit too much for me to handle. And it wasn't even a problem at first. Like, it wasn't even a problem because for the month we were having too much fun, and I was drinking right along with him, so it wasn't even a problem for me. But at some point it became a problem because when he drinks, when he drinks, let's say Monday through Friday, he don't drink, right? Because he's working. On the weekends, when he's off, that's all he do. So he will start. He can wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning, and he will start drinking at 5 o'clock in the morning, and will continue to drink, and will continue to drink. So by Sunday evening, he's flat out drunk, right? So he's a functioning alcoholic. So it takes him his tolerance for a lot of things is really high, including alcohol. So he can drink, and then he won't get drunk until 48 hours later. By the time he is drunk, now he's an asshole. Like now he's an asshole. So now you have to deal with all of his assholeness. And when he is drunk, there's no getting through to him. He will argue with you all day long. Like he don't care when he's drunk because he's drunk. He just don't give a shit. He's an asshole when he's drunk. That's the person I don't like to be around. That's the person I don't like to be with. When he gets like that, let somebody else deal with all that crazy, because I don't got time for it. I'm like, I have dealt with it enough over the past like 7 months. Now I know I ain't dealing with that shit. Take your ass home. I'm like, you drink your ass into a stupor at your own home. Like, I will not. Like, mm-mm. So his alcohol is a problem as well. And so those are really the main things. But if you put all of them together, it is a force to be reckoned with. It is a lot to handle when it's coming all that together. Alcohol, his attitude, his anger, his mouth, all that in one. And you know how people angry, how alcohol makes you, if you're angry drunk, it is a lot to handle. So that's why I haven't seen the man in almost going to be 2 weeks, going on 3 weeks. I'm like, keep your ass at home. And he been trying to come over here forever. And I'm like, nah, no, you don't got to. You don't got to. You don't got to. You don't got to. I'm like, because, I'm just, we're not on a, I guess, I wouldn't say a break, because we're not broken up. But I would say we're just separated for a while, Like, I don't really want to see him unless I really got to. I don't really want to, be around him unless I really got to, and I limit the amount of time that I gotta be with him, so he don't get comfortable and be like, let me come over, and then his one day turns into a week. No, I don't want that. I don't want him to get comfortable again, and I want him to be comfortable at home. When I want to see him, I'll go see him. When he want to see me, we'll go out or whatever. You can spend a night over here, then go home tomorrow. Like yesterday, what did he do yesterday? He came, when he went grocery shopping, and he went back home. Like, thank you for going grocery shopping, and he went back home. And he's like, when the next time I see you? Honestly, I don't know, because I work all day today. I still work tomorrow, So I don't know the next time you want to see me. But when you do, we haven't been around each other forever, so it'll be lovely. But that's how I want it right now. I'm like, you stay at your home, I'll stay in my home. When you get mad, you can be at your home fuming if you want to. You're not gonna come over here just to come over here. I'm not gonna just go over your house just to go over your house. It's gonna be a reason. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, we are we having date night? So I was forced to see all of him and deal with all of him very quickly because of how fast the relationship started. We didn't have a chance to learn each other because the relationship started so fast, and everything that came with him happened so fast, you know. So I had to learn who he was really quickly. And with the stuff that I did see negatively, I was like, I didn't want that. And and um he was like, I don't know, I forgot. I just read something. So a text just came in. I was like, what? But yes, so it was just, it was a lot. So because now I know who he is and what he's about, I don't like, I distance myself a lot because there's a lot of stuff that I don't feel like dealing with. I'm like, so many times I was like, I just think we should be friends. I think we should just be cool. And then he'd be like, no, no. And I think that's the towards him that don't want to let things go. And he wants to fight for it until he can't fight for it anymore. So if that's, after a certain point, I'm like, you just got to quit fighting. Like, just allow. And he's sends me 50,000 text messages, called me 50,000 times. Like, I think that's a towards him. They just don't want to let go. Even when he know, it may not be working, but he want to keep fighting for it because he believed deep in his soul that, he said, I'm making him better. I'm making him a better man. I challenge him. I don't accept his shit. I make him, grow up, blah, blah, blah. He said all this stuff that I'm doing for him, but I'm changing his life for the better. If I leave him, then he gonna end up reverting back to who he was before he met me. It is a lot. So I wanna give him the benefit of the doubt, but I just know my limits of we can't live together because I don't feel like dealing with all that bullshit. He can say where exactly where he is. I said, but we can, we can date. We can date. Just slow that train down because that train was going 100 miles per hour. I'm like, let's just slow the train down, and we date each other. We see each other when we see each other. Nothing so serious, to the point of, you're stalking me because he can be a stalker. He can be a full on stalker. And I think that's the Taurus in him too. He can be a full on stalker. And I had to tell him plenty of time, oh, he's controlling as hell. Oh, he's controlling. Oh my good Jesus, he's controlling. And some part of it, I didn't mind his controlling nature. I didn't. And others, I'd be like, you need to cool it. Like, you are too fucking controlling. Like, what are you controlling about? Why are you so controlling? I'm like, why are you this controlling? Like, you don't even got to be this controlling. But he was. And you're not even sure exactly why he was controlling. But he just felt the need that he just wanted to be. Like, he just wanted, oh, the hell. My phone was so dark. I'm sorry about that, guys. My phone was so dark. I was like, why is this damn dark? All right, but yes, he was so controlling. And I had to tell him plenty of times, like, I am not your possession. He looks at me like I'm his possession. Like, he will kill somebody, kill a man if he even come in my direction. If he even look in my direction, he would kill a man. Like, like, I better not talk to another man. Like, you do know it's men and women on this planet, right? Like, I can't. You better not even say hello to a man. Like, if you say hello, you better, that's all your conversation to be hello and the end. Like what? He's so controlling and so possessive. Like, I don't know. It could be a lot. Sometimes like it could be a lot. Like sometimes it was cute that because he made me his world. Like like he made me his world, and coming from my husband, and my husband didn't make me his world. I think that what attracted me to him because I was like, he wanted me so bad that he's going above and beyond for a girl. He's letting me know that I am who he wants, and that I think that's what attracted me because my husband didn't give a shit, and he on the other hand gave a whole lot. So I was like, oh, he really really likes me. Oh, he really really want me to be in his life like that. I love that part. He showed me in every inch of the word that I was the person that he wanted, and my husband didn't. So I think that's what got me, But oh Jesus, but oh Lord have mercy. Oh, but let me check my water. Let me check my water. But yeah, oh, it's filled up. Yes. But yeah, I want to say that's the negative part of it. Um, yeah, I want to say that's all the negative, but you can imagine the stuff that I had to deal with over these past couple of months. It ain't been easy. It ain't been peachy. It ain't been like, that is something I had to work on, dealing with all of him. And it was a lot to deal with a lot of times. So I had to learn how to deal with him. And now I know how to deal with him. He had his place and I made mine. That's how I deal with him. I want to see him. I see him when I see him. And then I don't when I don't. That's how I deal with him. Just like I deal with my sister. The same exactly way. Like, so, I mean, I don't know what the future holds for me and Eddie. I don't even know if it's going to last. It could just be a temporary little relationship that I'm in. Or it could be a future, a long relationship that I'm in. And he changes and he does a lot of the work because he does change. He has changed. I give him credit. He's light years from what he was when I met him. Like, when I met him, I was like, the hell with this nigga. Like, the hell with him. I'm like, so he's a light years different from what he was when I met him. So I give him credit. And I see that he is trying because he does value me as a person. And he values my opinion. And he values who I am as his girlfriend. And he lets me know that. And he wants to be a better man for me. He lets me know that. So I'm trying to give him a chance and the benefit of the doubt to be that. Because he wants me to have his child. He wants me to be his wife. Like, he wants a lot of things, but in order for me to do that or even consider that, he has to be a whole different, like he has to. There's a lot of things that he needs to fix first before I pop out a child. Before I walk down the aisle again, or even consider walking down the aisle again. And I said, but we will see. So where we are right now, we're in a great phase. So we're not together, but we're not together, but we're not together. Like, we're in the gray phase. We're trying to figure it out. If we're going to be together, if we want to stay together, because we're not unsure at the very moment. Well, I'm unsure. I'm like, so I'm just kind of at this very today, just taking it day by day. What comes, because it could change tomorrow. Because his personality changes tomorrow. I change right with his personality. I ain't got time for that bullshit. Like, I'm cool by myself. Like, I am cool by myself. So I change right with his personality. So he sent me a text the other day like, you put a mirror up to my face and you don't you call me out of my bullshit. What the hell is on my neck? Like, you call me out of my bullshit and you don't let me get away from nothing. Is it milk? It may be milk when I'm looking at it. I hope it's milk. But anyway, so I have rambled on enough. So once again, I have no clue of what the relationship is going to be like. I don't know if it's going to last forever. It may end before about the end of the year. But at this very moment, I'm just taking it day by day. And we will see what lies for me and Mr. Eddie. It's a challenge. It's not easy. But here we are. So as of June, is it June or July? June. So it's the end of June right now. Today's June the something. It's maybe like the 28th, 29th or something like that. So as of today, mark today, by November 25th would be our 1 year anniversary. We will see if we are still together by then. If we are, that's by God's grace. If we're not, that's okay too. I would be walking alone, and I've enjoyed the ride with Mr. Eddie because it sure has been a ride. But that's all I'm going to say. If you have any questions about Eddie, if you want to know, anything else that I haven't answered right now, because again, if we make it a year, I will do a sit down with Eddie, and I will actually have questions to have Eddie answer. So about all of it, because I don't lie to my audience. I'm completely honest and true. So yes, I'm going to end this here because this probably is a very long blog. I don't even know how long it is right now, but I will end it here, and like, comment, share, and subscribe.
And give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Thumbs down. I'm going to encourage you to put a thumbs down. Put your comments in the comment section below. I'd love to read them and communicate with you guys. And follow me on my social media, Keyshawn Maurice Robinson on Facebook, and Sleepless in LVNV on Instagram. Okay? Peace out. And I'll set you guys in the next. What the heck is on my hand? I tell you, boy. I'll get you guys in the next vlog. Bye.